So, I don't know if you've noticed, but recently it snowed, a lot. So, instead of going outside freezing and having an all around awful time, I stayed in and painted, my Minecraft world. So, starting off here with my palette, we have some ultramarine blue, some yellow ochre, a little bit of Naples yellow, some alizarin crimson, a little bit of purple, just purple paint. It's just purple. Some of a neutral green, terra vert if you will, followed up with just white. That's just white oil paint. Raw umber, then a little bit of burnt sienna off camera. Killing it, Abby. Way to go. Some viridian green. And then black paint, lamp black. Look at it go. Next, we're gonna pull in some burnt sienna and raw umber, and we're gonna use this along with some solvent to create a bit of a base color, just to go in with some more details. As you can see, I've already started the background of my piece here, but I want to go in with a little bit more detail before hitting it with color so that I don't get confused. My brain is small. I'm easily confused. Here's purple. So, as you can see by now, I've decided to take my very valuable time this fine evening and paint, it was the afternoon, and paint my Minecraft world. I've been playing Minecraft for quite a while now, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but lately there's been a bit of a resurgence. A very large resurgence, in fact. It's very popular, and I wouldn't say it ever lost its popularity, but it's certainly experienced a bit of a jump, per se. Oop, here's some green. Look at us go. Okay, anyway, back to the painting. Minecraft, yeah. So I've been playing Minecraft since the game came out. I don't know if you could tell from the screenshot, but yes, I do play on Bedrock. Yes, you do have permission to clown on me as much as you want. I would clown on me too. Next, we're going in with the decorum for a shroom light, which I think are some very fun blocks. Little mushroom lamp. It's a lamp, but it's also a mushroom. Living out your cottagecore dreams, you just have to go to hell to get them. So, as you can see, this is my Minecraft base here. This is what we got going. This is oil paint. You know, Minecraft and oil paint. What more could you ask for? That's all I need in life. So, this base of mine is built into a ravine. I've always been a fan of building homes in ravines. I don't know if it's just like the fun, invigorating feeling of possibly falling to your death every time you go back to your base, but it just does it for me. As I was saying though, I have been playing Minecraft since when the game came out. It's clearly undergone quite a bit since those days. I think it was like 2011, maybe. Am I right? I hope so. Fake fan. But yeah, I've been playing it since it came out, and it has grown so much just as a game, and it feels a little bit silly to say, because I've never been a big one for video games, you know. Just this year I've gotten more into video games, but I was never one to call myself a gamer girl. But Minecraft has always had a special place in my heart. And I would say, as an artist, I think that played into my love of this game a little bit. It's so creative, you know. You wouldn't think that. I mean, I guess you would. But like, some dude was like, "What if we had Earth, but block?" And then it became a bestseller. So, but really, genuinely, it fosters creativity like no other game that I've ever seen. Not that I would be the best versed person to ask about video games. However, in my limited knowledge, I think it does the job pretty well. Moving on, back to working on the cave bits. Stone is very difficult to paint. I don't know if you folks have noticed, but it is overwhelmingly just gray, and there's only so much you can do with gray, you know? It's like, you got a light gray, you got a dark gray, maybe a cool gray, maybe a warm gray if you really want to get funky with it. So now we're moving on, and we're zooming in to work on the ender chest, which is one of my favorite blocks, purely for the color palette. It's a really pretty, like, teal? it's not teal. It's like a dark teal. It's like a green, but also navy, like if green were navy. And I appreciate that. So here we are working on the ender chest. You know, the block for your blocks. When you have some blocks and you want to put more blocks in them, that's what you do. But anyway, I'm fleshing out the ender chest here and adding a little bit of detail to it, including the eye on the front, which I think is a really fun detail. I did genuinely, not only just because I like Minecraft, but I also wanted to do this painting as a bit of a practice for backgrounds, because I don't know how many of you have seen my Instagram. That's most likely where you're coming from if you've come across this, but I am a portrait I am a portrait painter most of the times. Backgrounds are not my strong suit by any means, so I decided to switch it up a little bit, and I felt like combining two of the things that I'm interested in right now was just the perfect opportunity to do so. So, you know, Minecraft and oil paint. What more could you ask for? Minecraft, though. It's been what, a decade now, nearly? Has it been a decade? I think it's been a decade now since it first came out. I remember when it came out, I remember going over to my neighbor's house and sitting on their floor and playing with the Xbox. And it was just so fun because it was new. It was something like that I've never done before. It wasn't any Wii Sports, you know. It wasn't bowling with Mii's. It was this fun adventure game, and it really it sounds silly to say, but it played a very large role in my childhood, more than I think I would give it credit for. You know? Yeah. I remember sitting at my neighbor's computer, because we didn't have a computer at the time, and certainly not one that had a video game on it. I remember sitting on their computer and being like, hey, can I play Minecraft? And they were like, no, you suck. And I was like, can I play Minecraft? And they were like, fine, you can play. So I'd hop on for 5 minutes and promptly die, and then they'd be like, get out of the chair, you're terrible at this. And I was like, yeah, that's fair. So, in terms of expertise at Minecraft, I will admit I am quite limited, but I have improved since those good old days. It's crazy, though. It's been so long, but also not long at all. So next we're going to switch it up a little bit and work on the light sources here. So I'm going to go in and add a little bit of a brighter white highlight to these lanterns to give them a glowing effect. I'm a huge fan of lanterns. I think they are one of the best block in the entire game, along with like shroom lights probably, and campfires. Anything yellow and glowing was like a baller move, you know? Any sort of light source, I go nuts for it. It's great. Like the sun. They should add that in real life. Yeah, they should. That would be a good idea. Next, I'm going in here and adding a little bit more detail, like vines and things like that, some overgrowth. I think vines are great too. They add so much interest. Do you guys remember Vine? It's like the TikTok before TikTok. I will say at least our attention span increased. We went from like 6-second videos to I think we're up to a minute now. Look at us go. We're improving. We're getting there. I will say though, this year especially, this game has been so incredibly helpful to me and my friends, as I'm sure it has been to many of you. You know, you go in your little world with your buddies, and it's almost like you're there, you know, because we've all been, at least I hope you have all been stuck inside for as long as I have, doing the responsible thing. But it still sucks, even if it's something that we have to do. You know, but going into this silly little video game and seeing your friends, it offers a little bit of an escape. I'm adding a little bit of smoke up at the top coming out of the campfire. I think that might have been a bit of an overkill. A little bit too busy up in yield left corner, but I still think it looks kind of neat, kind of cool. So next we're gonna bounce up into the corner a little bit and get it, bounce. I'm gonna paint a slime. The base that I've made, somehow I managed to build it on top of like 2 consecutive slime chunks. So my base is simply overrun with these little green menaces. They just bounce everywhere and make that sound that I'm not gonna make because it's just gross. But sticky pistons, you know, you win some, you lose some. But at least he's cute here. I got him up in the corner with a little bit of a smiley face because I definitely didn't forget their design and make something up instead. Next, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit and work on an Enderman. I think they are probably, okay, I don't want to call them cute because like they kind of kill you, but like they're kind of cute too, you know? They have that little velvety face. They hold the blocks. It's cute. Like it's if you don't think about it too much, they're pretty darn cute. And for some reason, they always show up at the bottom of my little ravine home. So we painted a little guy in there. On top of the ender chest here, I'm gonna do a try. Okay, I tried. An attempt was made at a netherite sword. However, oil paint does this thing where it doesn't dry for a long time, because like that's the whole point of oil paint. It doesn't dry for a long time, so you can go back and fiddle with it. However, that also means that things get muddy very quickly. And this sword was just not having it. It was not cooperating. So there's the sword. I'm just gonna go back up to the top and finish off a little bit more of the shading to give it a kind of atmospheric look. I wanted it to look like you were sitting at the bottom looking up into the distance. Perspective is difficult. If I had it my way, we would totally eliminate perspective, go back to pre-Renaissance time, and just paint fruit on flat shelves. But no, some idiot decided to add lines to art. But anyway, that's the painting for the most part. I really enjoyed working on this, even though it was a little bit outside of my comfort zone. I think it was fun to combine something that I have such an interest in right now with something that I've been doing for a while, which honestly, that could be either of these things. And I hope that you somewhat enjoyed watching me paint it, or at least the commentary that went along with it. This is my first time trying something like this, so if you liked it, let me know, that'd be super cool. Or if you hated it, let me know too. If you had any opinion at all whatsoever, just tell me. That'd be cool. Thanks. Subscribe!